Okay, in this video, we're going to look at the defer layout update and refreshing the pivot table data. So pivot tables are commonly used with lots of data. This can be tens of thousands of rows of data, and it can be a burden on your computer to process it. So what Excel's done to combat this problem is included a defer layout update button. To illustrate this, I'm going to create a quick pivot table. So as you can see, down here it says Defer Layout Update. If I were to select that, then go up and start adding my fields, revenue, month, and as you can see, nothing is being changed on my pivot table. I can do whatever I want, move things around, add or remove fields, and nothing will change on my pivot table. So this means we're only loading the pivot table once, instead of every time we're adding a field. When you're ready to update your pivot table, select Update, and your pivot table will appear. So if you're having problems with slow loading times, or too much data causing Excel to crash, try use the Defer Layout Update button. Now the second thing I wanted to go over was refreshing your pivot table data. If we were to change one of these values, say for instance revenue over here, and we make that 250,000. We would expect to see a change over here in June. However, the pivot table is not going to update until we refresh it. So to do that, I right click on the pivot table and then select Refresh. As you can see, June has now been refreshed. A quicker way to refresh your data is to select your pivot table, make sure the pivot table tools is open, then select Analyze. Then you'll see under the data group there's a button called Refresh. If you select the drop-down menu, then you can select Refresh All. Then all the pivot tables will get updated. In the next video, we're briefly going to touch on making the pivot tables a little bit more visually appealing.